Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nuestra Tabla Rasa, where I will discuss timelines. And I have forgotten my title, but it was really good. It was a really good title. Um,
Claim your perfect timeline.
oh, that's right. It was,
Enter your multiverse. Claim your perfect timeline.
guys, you got my back.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I am really prepared for this. I have so much. Right now, I don't seem it. That's great. So, Millie, how was your week?
I had a great week. I did a lot of shadow work this week, um, but I'm really happy with it. I think that I made some breakthroughs and did a lot of integration, and yeah, it was a great week. And I've started this week out all day, fun in the sun. Not warm, but it was sunny, so it's good. I'm happy, blessed, favor.
Favor is always the best. Favor
Hmm.
for everyone. Let favor be your flavor.
That's
So,
it.
Trista, how was your week?
And it was okay. It's nothing to write home about, but a little low energy, low mood. But you trudge through, and then the next day is a new day, and there it is. So it's all good.
That's true. It's true.
Today was good. Today was good. So it's on the up. Getting there.
That's always good. So, Victor, how was your week?
I'll tell you what, it was really good. I did a lot of dancing and singing and moving to the grooving. And just when it hit me, somebody turned around and said, "Play that funky music, white boy."
Oh, I love it.
So I did. No, it's good. It was a good week. Can't complain. I wouldn't anyway. Had some interesting human interactive experiences, as one does. But I'll tell you what, yeah, it's been good, man. I'm happy to be here. Stoked.
Excellent, excellent. And who was the first love for this show? Although first love normally is your show, Victor. But who was Milk for Snack? I remember
Oh,
because I was the
yeah.
second one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I wanted to jump on because this is gonna, I was gonna host the show and I'll do like Victor did last week, but that didn't work
And
out so well.
I was totally going to do it like as soon as I put the stuff up,
You should have.
and then share it.
But that's I don't know why it's fun, but we can't, So my topic for this week is timelines and how we can, or let's put it this way. Do you believe that we can change timelines, or do you believe there's multiple timelines available for us? Or more importantly, does anyone not believe that there's multiple timelines?
I believe there's multiple timelines. I think that like when we make especially major decisions, we break off into different, and I mean, they even talk about that in Hinduism. So that's interesting as well.
Hmm.
Well, I will go ahead and throw something out there. I think we definitely can even choose it. I think if you can put enough energy into it and into manifesting something, I think it can be possible. Unfortunately, I can't give you the Midas touch and say, here, do this step, this step, this step, and this step. There's tons of videos out on YouTube about manifesting things. But I think a lot of it can even be just simple movements into other timelines. Like instead of having cereal for breakfast, have something different. Or instead of spending an hour watching TV, do something different. It's drastically different. And I think that can have
Mhm.
a humongous impact. Can have a humongous impact on changing timelines.
Definitely, definitely. And I believe also takes self-confidence. You have to believe in yourself and believe it can be possible. But I almost forgot. Scotty Boy, thank you for coming. Keep seeing you guys. Great. I thought of someone else. Scott Scorpio Suntaro, thank you all for coming. Mary Wins, thank you for coming. I'm actually locked myself out. Okay, great. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you. I am. There it goes. No. Incarnasol1, thank you for coming. Time for Beacon, that's a cool. Thank you. Chloe Crystals, thank you. Milks for Snack, yeah, you, yeah. Thanks for taking the first love and ruining all my plans for world domination. And Clint, thank you, thank you, Gen X Effect. Lakeside Laura, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you. It really does mean a lot that you guys come for the show, arrive, and interact. Unlike me, when I go on a show, I tend to stay in the background and just watch the show and see the chart and go, oh, I don't know if I want to jump into this. Unartha B, thank you for coming. Karma Camilio, thank you. If I missed you, I apologize. I apologize sincerely. I lost my track of my thought. Oh, just Cupid, stop doing this. So yes, timelines and yeah. Thank you for fooling my plans. Although it's good to have your plans disrupted, because that way it puts you in the right mindset, which I think we all need. At one point, Victor, which is gone now, it's unfortunate.
Zebra cake.
Oh, you know what?
Oh,
It's kind of funny.
damn, I want zebra cake.
You know what I have right next to me? A zebra cake, but special in America. Unlike you and your communist zebra cake, the black and white, this has got all the colors of the country.
Please consume it. Consume it right now. One bite that sucker. Be patriotic.
I already had my one piece, and that was before the show.
Oh. I'm hearing Yankee Doodle Dandy.
You're not supposed to eat one. That's why they put them in a pack of 2.
That's
against the law. I'm pretty sure.
That's why there's 6 of them in a box.
Yeah. So
6 packages in a box.
I don't know. I got 10 when I got some.
Oh, that's Canada. Oh, that's right.
No, we don't have them here. It was a special gift.
They were smuggled in.
It's the exchange rate. Reverse? I don't know how that, because of it.
It's terrible. It's not even an exchange rate thing. Like on Amazon, for a box of 10, it's like $48 or something stupid. For a box. A box, not a case. No, a box.
This all makes all sense for this current situation as it is.
No, it's been like that for years, even before the current situation, because that's what I thought too. And no, it's because they pulled out of Canada, and that's just the way it is. But for super cakes.
Welcome aboard, Lucia. Believe me, that's the only way you want to see them, unless you want to join the ZCCA.
Yeah.
See them online. It's a safe bet. I blame Victor. Me?
So,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we were talking at one point about, when we reach the ideal life, where there might be a bifurcation where some people from a lower mindset will have one timeline, and others with a higher mindset will go to another timeline. And you mentioned when the 2 timelines split, will we forget? If we happen to be in the higher timeline, I don't want to assume anything, because who knows what my mindset's going to be when the timeline splits. But let's just say each of us are in the, even better. Let's just say the 3 of you go to the higher timeline, and because I'm just not in the right mindset, and I'm a good showman, I go to the lower timeline. Will you miss me, or will you forget about me, do you think?
Poof.
So you'll think we'll forget that the show has always been the 3 of you, and it's
We'll
just
just be like, why is that empty circle up there?
Like a Mandela effect.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll have a conversation, and the next episode will be like, hey, what if we lost somebody? But see, we could do that right now. What if we've already lost somebody that we're not aware of? Because we know we used to have 5. And then Josh had, family stuff. He had reasons he had to leave.
Yeah.
But think about if there's a different person and no one in chat recognizes the person, and and we're all completely oblivious to it. What if we're already losing people on our timeline and we just have no idea?
Right.
Do you? Well, does anyone want to expand upon that subject?
I would like to just add that I think that timelines shift really with every major decision. So, I mean, there's the big ones like something like that, but I think there's lots of little ones along the way. It's almost like branches or roots from a tree where it like just sprouts out, where there's like so many different versions of everything going on that it's infinite. But then there are, the big ones, which are much more significant and fun to talk about, rather than, which way did you drive to work and what did you see or how did you affect something along the way.
And I'm going to interject something, Lucky, because I heard you about to ask your next question. Something that I've done personally is when you stop paying attention to certain things in the news, as I like to say, the news, when you stop paying attention to these things, they don't actually stop existing in a sense, but it seems like they have less and less impact upon you. And, it's like I said this to one of my friends the other day that's heavily politicized, or they know somebody that's heavily politicized. They live and breathe and eat politics. And I think most of you know how I feel about that. It's not exactly the best thing to do if you're on a spiritual path, in a sense. I don't think it really serves us. And I said, well, ask your friend that's having a tough time ditching their politics, is ask them how their politics serve them today. How did it serve you today? Or like at the end of your day tomorrow, how did your politics serve you? And then they'll probably find, as anyone would, probably not well. But all that aside, I think if you start taking things out of your daily absorption, things that you let come in, is a very easy step to shift your timeline. Because eventually, those things, especially in that realm that I don't like to talk about, politics, is that when those things start going away, they're still impacting you on some level, but they're not impacting you to the degree, because most things have to be voted on or some kind of process to get down to you. So I think it's one of the easiest things is if watching sports doesn't serve you. Some people get all wrapped up in it and want to go punch somebody in the face because their corporate team lost to another corporate team, and they're fighting over essentially two companies that play a game together. See? And so if you take that element out of your life, you probably will stay out of trouble with the law. You probably don't have to hurt anyone when you go to a sporting event. You don't have to worry about getting into any scuffles, things like that. So it's like we could all do an inventory right now and say, hey, here's all these things I could remove from my daily ingest of information. And I think that's a really good way right there, change your timeline, because now you're not caught up in these things, and you'll notice that as you start to tear these things away, or at least stop viewing them, that you're spending that time doing something a little bit more, like we spoke about Milan, a lady that beautiful singer that's on YouTube. She came up at the sunrise session. A lot of people in our community listen to her. So it's like, hey, you could spend an hour listening to her melodic voice, or you could sit and listen to some person on some news channel sit there and tell you how bad the planet is. So boom, there's your timeline change right there. You just swap something in a major way.
So you believe by avoiding politics in the news, it can help your timeline?
Certainly. Certainly. Because most of that stuff is very low vibration, because the news especially likes to pump you full of reactionary comments. And if you just listen to any news, and it's the way it's presented, like fear, be mad, be upset, and
Be offended.
Be offended to the subatomic level, because you can't get much more offended than that. But then you find these channels there's some young lady on YouTube that posts something positive every day. And I think it's lovely, because she posts something positive every day, some really cool story. And I think it's a nice niche that's growing out there.
I do love her posts, but I haven't seen them in a while, and now I have to go look for them.
Yeah.
She was She's awesome. It's a lot
Oh.
about animals, but yeah, it's good. It's good to start your day with something positive. Absolutely.
Unless, of course, unless you get off by being negative all day. And I guess there could be someone here that likes negativity throughout their entire day because that makes them more positive. I don't know. I don't really see that, but some people like to be in a funk. They like to be in a fungus. So then you have to weigh, well, if somebody likes to be upset all day and that's where their comfort level is. My mother was like that. She was more comfortable with a storm over her head than anything else. And didn't get it. I didn't understand it, but I had to honor it because that was her thing.
And I myself got involved. So the kind of thing is I don't like conflict, but sometimes in my day-to-day life, I would cause conflict because I knew how to push buttons. And for a while, I had to try to analyze myself and figure, why am I doing that? It turns out it was a control thing that I didn't like other people having conflict, but if I'm causing it, I was in control. And it was like a false sense of control. And you have to really go into your mind and figure out, why am I doing this? And accept that, the dark side part of the soul, that you have to romance it and say, yes, okay, I understand where we don't have to do this anymore. I understand that part of myself, but I can express it in different ways. But again,
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That damn Canadians and they're sorry. Us Americans, we just don't care. We just go forward. But I do know for a fact that not watching the news has been bad for me occasionally when the winter comes and the snowstorm, and people say, "Oh, do you know about the snowstorm?" And I have to say, "What snowstorm?" And the snowstorm that's coming tonight, and which is why I put it on my phone, where I can look at the weather each day and just look at it. I don't need to know the weather report. I just need to know, it'll tell you. You can have snow tonight, you can have rain. But again, yeah, not watching the news that's the only drawback I've found. But the easy solution is just to use your black mirror and ask it its opinion for the weather. And
See, even the weather is being sensationalized now, too.
Oh, 100%. If you watch the weather on the TV or on the computer, you will just be fear. You're right. It is about fear, about they're expressing about global climate change and all the other things, and got to get out and buy your milk and your eggs because it's going to be terrible. Part of my job, I had to be on site, so they would pay for a hotel room, which was, great. Yeah, and you're close to work, but again, I'm not home. That's kind of the problem part. But again, fear. You're right. Weather comes with fear. Like all news. All news has some sort of fear. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so back to...
Hey, so if I may.
You may.
Okay. So way back in the day, and I don't remember which came first, me learning about not like I'm super, super, super smart, but I loved quantum physics when I started learning about it, and Hinduism. And there's a lot of crossover, and I know one led to the other, but I honestly don't remember which was which. But Hinduism, and I apologize, I'm going to read a little bit because this is interesting. So it compares the multiverse in Hinduism to scientific theory currently. So Hinduism presents a rich cosmological framework that includes the concept of a multiverse. This idea suggests that there are countless universes existing simultaneously, each with its own governing deity, typically referred to as Brahma. Key features of the Hindu multiverse: countless universes. Hindu texts describe innumerable universes that coexist, each functioning independently. Governance by Brahma. Each universe is presided over by its own Brahma, indicating a structured hierarchy within the multiverse. Cosmological texts. The concept is primarily found in the Puranas, which are ancient texts that explore cosmology, theology, and philosophy. The multiverse theory in Hinduism parallels contemporary scientific theories about multiple universes. Here are some similarities. So the existence of multiple universes. So Hindu cosmology describes countless universes governed by different Brahmas. And the modern scientific theory proposes multiple universes existing alongside each other. In Hinduism, each universe has its own laws and structure. And in modern theory, each universe may have distinct physical laws. And in Hinduism, universes undergo cycles of creation and destruction. And in modern theory, some theories suggest universes can be created and destroyed. So yeah, it's so interesting how we're catching up like to ancient texts and going, oh wait, there's something in there that's actually right or probably right. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to throw that in there.
Interesting.
Because it was that very thing that got me into like both was the multiverse theory.
I want to backtrack into something that Victor said about splitting the timelines and people disappearing from our lives. Do you miss anyone that you don't remember?
You know, why not though? Like, because there are times when, you know, you just have that feeling and you're like, why do I feel this way today? And you don't know. So who knows what's going on there?
Yeah, I think that you can. I think that you can. And I wouldn't have thought it up until just recently that I think that that's possible. That I think that it's not anticipation. It's I don't know, it's a weird feeling. I don't know how to exactly describe it or articulate it, but I think that you can. I think that's possible. But I don't know why I do, I just do. So, sorry.
No, it's something that it triggers something in me because I'm very smell oriented and sense oriented where I will be in my day when something will happen and I'll remember my dreams from the night before. It'll trigger something.
Exactly.
And then there's some things that will trigger a memory from way back of something that never existed. And I'm like, was that a dream? That's a really vivid dream of a real place that happened and nothing, because my dreams are always weird. I mean, talk about, just weird bird people and lizard people and, weird people. Everyone is, changed, but I have memories that I'll trigger in myself. And like, that is very vivid and nothing is weird in that. So now Victor has a very good point that I never thought of that. Am I having memories from a other timeline of people that I don't know anymore who have disappeared from my current path? That's weird. That is something that I need to look into.
Yeah,
Yes.
Go ahead, Melly.
I was gonna say yes, like that's good because I've had dreams of people, and most of the time they're people I don't know in my dreams, but I feel that like we're doing something or we're like they're supposed to be there, so that's kind of something like so why do I dream with all these and it's not like it's like in my dreams they'll have like a complete face and stuff, but I don't know who they are. I don't even know if I'd recognize them if I saw them again, which is even more weird. But in my dream, we know each other, and we'll be doing something. I'm having a really vivid recollection of a dream that I had in a planet where the back of the atmosphere was red, and so it was very red, and I thought it was because it was sunset, and there was like wheat. And we were in the wheat fields. So I don't know.
And then go ahead, Trista.
I once had a dream when I woke up, like it was so fleshed out, and I had this best friend in the dream, and he had a very unique name that I didn't know to be an actual name, but I remembered it clearly when I woke up, and yeah, it was weird because then I was like, well, I'm going to miss him. like we were so close in the dream that when I woke up, I almost kind of grieved it a little bit. And then just recently, and I don't know how I even ran into this. I think it maybe was on Facebook, but I saw that first name and I never even knew it was a name. It's like
Whoa.
Etienne, Etienne. And I don't know. And then I like 2 days ago saw it somewhere and was like, oh, that's really weird.
What's the
And
name?
this dream I had like probably at least 6-7 years ago. Sorry, what was the name?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you asked, Millie?
Yeah.
Etienne.
I've seen something like that. Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations, Diana.
Oh,
It's her 7-year anniversary.
Wow.
And that she can mark it like that.
yeah.
That is awesome.
You know, and something I find interesting about this whole timeline thing is that how does it happen? Because I spent some time exploring this, and I was seeing people, in a sense, like having this data bubble around them. So right now, all of our data bubbles are updating one another, and everyone in chat, until they say something in chat, their data bubbles are being updated, brought up to speed to ours, meaning we're all exchanging information. So we're all basically cross-contaminating one another's bubbles right now. And then, but what happens if one of those bubbles pops? And you could even look at timelines like this too. I asked somebody the other day, I was like, hey, have you ever had any close calls? And this person I was talking to had to sit and think, have I had any close calls? No, I've never had any close calls. And then they remembered, oh wait, I did as a child. Okay, so think about all the close calls you've had throughout your life. And then how many of those did you actually die in? And then you think about somebody that's passed in your timeline that you know, especially somebody like, say, from high school. And it seems like everybody knows of somebody that died at a young age. And you think, well, are they still alive in their timeline? But most everybody else died in theirs. See, that's it. That's something that will keep you up at night if you start going down that rabbit hole, because it's like, just because they're dead in our timeline doesn't mean. I had a good friend of mine that I grew up with. He died at 40. Died at 40, and I remember seeing him. And oddly enough, I said, "You first." That's what I said to him. You know, because I guess we had spoke about it or something like that, of who was going to go first or something kind of macabre like that you do when you're much younger. And then I was thinking, well, what about in his timeline if I was the one, you know, if we just had switched sides, and he was the one saying it to me. So it's wonderful food for thought there. You can just get, I mean, it's just kind of layers and layers and layers.
I have a story that
All right.
back about 10 or 15 years ago, I went to a friend's house. Another friend showed up, and I had remembered him dying 2 years before.
Oh.
And he left. And I'm like, I said, Jim, Craig, I remember him dying in a car accident. I explained the car accident and what had happened, and he goes, and I explained exactly the date. I remember going to the guy's funeral and everything, and I'm like, this is weird. And he said, yeah, that car accident happened, but he lived. His car rolled over, and they said it was a miracle he survived. That is weird. And I explained everything, and I had never met the guy's family, and I explained everyone at the funeral and everything, and he goes, yeah, that's his family. That happened. Was it? I made it maybe 10 years ago. I don't know. But the weird thing is, all those friends, I've lost contact with them at this point. They're still alive, but it's like our lives have shifted. Go on, Trista.
Did he try to bite your neck and suck your blood?
No, he did not. And
Oh,
eventually,
the look of disapproval from Millie.
No, because you know what? Because I'm already thinking something else. Go ahead. It's not disapproval at all, but I mean, he sees dead people. He sees dead
Yes.
people. So I'm thinking Sixth Sense,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
I
thinking he probably did see him.
well no. What
He's
happened
seeing
was
alive people.
later, about a year later, he mentioned it to him. He goes, "Yeah, he has a weird story because I'm a weirdo. My friends know I'm a weirdo, so he brought it up. You know, we're sitting there. It was just the two
But
of
we
us,
love you.
and
I love his weird.
he brings it up, and I explained everything that had happened and how weird it was, and but the story that I had remembered about him passing away, what had happened was it was a split second where another car had, and it hit his overturned car, and but that didn't happen. The car missed his car, so he survived. It was, and I explained everything, and he goes, "That is exactly what happened." But that car missed me, and it was the weirdest thing. And we started talking about it, and he just was amazed at how much detail I knew because, again, it was horrible. It was a horrible situation for a lot of our friends. Um, it was a weird situation, but that was it. It was a weird situation, honestly. But I don't know. I don't know what
Okay.
happened. I don't know why it happened, but I'm still in contact with him. But everyone else I've lost contact. That is weird. So I'm
Here's
still in
another
contact
theory.
through Facebook with the guy who was supposedly had passed away, but all the other friends have moved on, and we no longer talk much anymore. Weird. That is weird. I didn't think that till just right now. He's the only one I maintain contact with, and I was convinced he was already he had passed away. Hmm.
And maybe dying is not as cut and dry as we think it is. Maybe all of us are in our seventh stage death or something. All of us right now.
Maybe.
And it just, however it works out.
Or maybe there was a timeline where there was a walk-in.
Oh, you know what's interesting about this topic today? I watched a short on YouTube earlier, and it was talking about three different people. It was talking about Clint Eastwood, Abraham Lincoln, maybe it was four, Hugh Jackman, and then some singer. Okay, and they show Hugh Jackman and this singer playing the same type of guitar, oddly enough, and all their wives look very similar. You know, those little comparisons where they start. And it was pretty compelling. It was interesting because I thought, wow, somebody had enough or noticed enough similarity in these four people that, and they start showing these side by side pictures and all this other stuff, and even some of the scars were the same on their faces. And maybe these people, well, let's just assume these people exist, and they happen to be very, quote, important people or popular or fantastical, meaning that they're always the highest part of whatever, like politicians or celebrities. And perhaps they have achieved that ability to move timelines, and they just don't share it with anyone. It's because it's like a little club.
Hmm.
Or
Or
you,
are
I
they
think.
just immortal?
there's
Well, that's what I
that.
was gonna say. I think like if that's going on, I feel like it's something else that would be that because I feel like timeline shifting to me is like every decision we make.
Hmm.
Every decision we make changes where we're going, and when we do that, then somewhere there is the opposite us doing the opposite thing, or three or four of us if there was many, options. Sorry, I
So
just killed the conversation.
no, 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 no. It got me thinking. Let's just say you make the wrong decision. Do you think you can switch your timeline back to the right decision?
I don't believe in wrong decisions personally.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there because if you're making that decision right at some given point, unless it's just something thrown at you and you decide, well, I can duck or I can get hit by the ball, in a sense, some ball's thrown at you, or you're at a baseball game and you can sit and watch it come and hit you right between the eyes, or you can catch it or move out of the way. Are any of those decisions wrong? Because maybe getting hit between the eyes with that baseball causes something to happen in your brain, a slight brain injury that allows you telepathy.
Or you go to the hospital and you meet someone and they end up hiring you to this great job, and that too, right? It can just shift where you are and what you do in the most easiest of ways.
I forgot you people philosophers, and there's no wrong decisions because it's all about learning. Damn it. I'm the same way, unfortunately. There's nothing wrong. As long as you learn from it, it's nothing wrong.
So what did we just learn from that last question? You see, was our answers correct? Did we just answer correctly?
I'm thinking outside the box and trying to get an idea of. So if we make a decision, we change our mind, can we pop to the other decision and live that life? Or because we made the decision, are you bound by decisions you make?
I feel like you could get close to that perhaps, but not exact, because that path is already going. So I feel like if you made that decision later, you would kind of be parallel. They might conjoin later, maybe. If you keep still making the same decisions as that other you on that other path.
Oh, depending on how much they diverge upon that.
Exactly.
Okay.
But also that your consciousness, as you both make the decision, two different decisions, if you want to go back to the other decision, there's still that same consciousness. So will there be two consciousness in that timeline since you jumped? And will that other timeline end because you jump back to the timeline with the other decision? Or would you switch places and piss both of you off? God, this is a decision I made. What am I doing here? I don't know, would there be two mindsets, or would you jump your timeline and then make them jump to would you switch timelines and really confuse the other poor guy who's also you? And hey, I know you did that. But dream. Let's go back to the dream thing. Millie was talking about having people in her dreams that she doesn't know. Is that to maintain a connection that we can't quite break, but we maintain it in the dream world?
Or maybe. Yeah, go ahead, Millie.
No, you go.
Or maybe this is the dream world. And when we think we're dreaming, we're actually living.
I know it's not the dream world because I have 5 fingers, and my dream world, when I look at my hands, they tend to morph.
Well, maybe that's your true existence.
Plus, I hardly ever dream, and when I do, they're so uncomfortable. So I would rather this be reality, if I may. So thank you for that, Lucky. I may check in with you periodically. Do you still have 5 fingers?
I have been in weird situations with friends, and they go, "Why are you staring at your hands?" I'm like, "I just want to make sure this is a dream." It's really weird.
Oh.
Again, my friends know I'm the weird one. So when I do stuff like that, they're like, "Okay, yeah, that's cool."
That is cool. Well, what I was going to say is that maybe when you dream, it's you catching up on moving along the other parallel timeline or one of the you know what I mean? So you go and you give it a little bit of energy and a little bit of action, and then you go to sleep, and then you're dreaming about this world. So it's a constant flip. I don't remember I love that cat. I don't remember my dreams every day, so I mean, I don't know. But there's no such thing as time, so I was going to say I don't know how that would work, but it could be like, you're dreaming, you're always living, because energy doesn't stop. So even when you're sleeping, energy is moving, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, Jimena said a really interesting, which she always does, but let's go back. Jimena and her, I hope that my real life is stable enough that this one is just a bad dream, because OMG. And that's one of the things, is when stuff hits your life. I mean, can you switch to a better timeline? Can you influence it enough to put it into a better perspective? And that's the trick, because we all have choices.
Yeah, because it's even a choice to consider how you are living this moment too.
True.
Because something deemed negative could happen to you, but how you react to it could be in a very positive manner.
Yeah, and that's a good point. When some terrible stuff has happened in my life, but the after effect is much better. And I mean, one of my friends, everything fell apart. Everything fell apart to him, and he's like, "No, this is good because now I'm at rock bottom. I have so many choices now. I'm open to. I have more free will now with everything falling apart than I did when everything was going well in my life."
No, that's the tabula rasa right there.
Mm-hmm.
Clean
Exactly. Stop reading my mind.
And he just basically said, because he's had a house fire, his house burned down, his relationships fell apart.
Was his dog okay?
No.
Oh, shame.
That's a country song.
It was really, really bad. He had a lot of bad luck at once. And with that, he decided, you know what? I can move on, and, not much to hold me here. And he just moved on, and he's much more successful now in the Midwest, but doing what he wants. But again, everything was
power moment.
Well, his possessions held him in. His possessions anchored him, and then once he lost most of them, he could move forward, move on.
Yeah.
It was a weird. For me, it was an amazing moment meeting someone who rather than dwelling in self-pity and sadness and I've lost everything, he just like, nope, this is an opportunity, turning every obstacle problem into. And he was kind of a negative person for the longest time, but once everything fell apart, it like broke him to enough to go, you know what? Now I have more opportunities. Interesting individual, that's for sure. But again,
I would argue we're going through that in different ways, but similar.
Why that an argument?
Death, death and rebirth. I mean, like we're kind of doing the same thing. He just maybe ascended ahead of us.
And look at how you have well, at least for me, I have more relationships online now than I do because we're finding one another online. This is where I spend more time with you guys than I do with other humans in real life.
Yeah.
And we're finding our communities, we're finding people that are like-minded, that like to do the same kind of things, discuss the same kind of things, and people that I've had in my entire life, some of my best friends, I rarely even talk to now. And it's not because I hate them or anything like that. I still love them as ever, but we just don't really have anything to talk about any longer.
That's actually funny because I was trying to make a appointment with my mother because Mother's Day is next week. And, because she's very, very sensitive about these kind of things. And, spend time with your wife. It's, Mother's Day for her too. And so I make a thing, how about I come take you to lunch for Friday? But I was talking to her about that a lot of my friends who I had since elementary school, I don't talk to anymore. And I've been up to about last year, I was still talking to most of them. But now they're all gone. Like, it is the weirdest thing where I have more friends, close friends online than I do in, physical, real humans. Like you guys are not really humans, but actually, you could all be avatars for all I know. Because we've never met. We're all over. I mean, Millie's the closest to me, but again, all of you, never. Well, I mean, the likelihood of us meeting except for Sedona, who knows what, I can see that happening, Sedona, but that's another thing entirely. On the side. Besides Sedona and poor Trissa crossing the border if they let her.
Why would
I would let her. I would have my people call her people.
How did you find out about that, Lucky?
I've had friends who, again, I have friends from Canada. They tried to cross the border and they couldn't because
they had maple syrup.
What?
No, never mind. Go ahead.
They had nothing wrong. It's just they asked them what their plans were, and they go, "We just plan to go to the United States, tour around, have some fun."
Do that.
And they said, "No, absolutely not. Do you have a hotel?" And they go, we don't need a hotel. We've got friends. And they go, absolutely. And they just turn around. And then when they got back to Canada's like, what just happened? Why did the Americans not let you in? And they had their car searched by the Canadians. So the Americans didn't let them in, and the Canadians searched their car. And they go, you know what? We're not visiting you guys anymore. We're like, thank God, because none of us were expecting them. But again, I love the French Canadians because they're so laid back sometimes. But again,
PG.
but what was I point to this conversation? I forgot where I was going with this. But
so your new timeline.
Yes, that's
You
Sedona.
just created a new timeline.
Sedona. I was trying to talk about this meeting in Sedona and Trista being able to cross the border, but she's got to say, I have plans. I have a hotel room. I have a passport. I'm okay. I'm not a criminal. And they might let her cross.
I can't see it being an issue for me. I'm pretty easy to get along with. I have a friend who he did end up being allowed to cross the border, but it was a fight. And because, he was a freelance photographer, so he wasn't fully employed here in Canada. He was mostly homeless because he was just staying on my couch. And he was just going to pick up this girl that he met that lived in the States. So they were like, yeah, no. And he's like, no, it's fine. And he's very argumentative anyway. So it didn't go well. They even searched his computer and and they held him for 8 hours or something crazy. He was pissed off. But there's a way you do things and conduct yourself that people don't look at you like that and give you a hard time.
I'm
not too worried. Sorry?
Read Jimena's comment.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! No!
Yeah, but Jimena, you're also charming, just like me. So you're good. You're golden.
I'm going to send that meeting some really awesome positive vibes right now.
Let's all send positive vibes to Jimena. She deserves it. As of right now, let's take make everything positive for Jimena. Oh my goodness. Actually, that's the truth. Trista said that the major thing is just be calm, collective, and kind. I mean, honestly, kindness gets you far. I have had my crossings where one of the American borders said to me, "You seem awful nervous," and I said, "I am nervous, officer. Why are you so nervous?" Because I'm afraid of people of authority. Why are you afraid of people for authority? Because I respect people of authority and I don't want to offend you. And it's like, what will I find when I search your car? And I'm like, you will find absolutely nothing. I have a pack of cigarettes and I have a case of beer. All of them are legal. Do you know where they are? Yes, they're right here and here. So well, you can go now, sir. I'm like, what? He goes, do you want me to search your car? I'm like, no, sir, no. And he goes, you can go. Go now. I'm like, okay. But it was, like I said, I was sweet as pie. He was asking the questions. He was very argumentative, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. I am nervous. I'm sorry, But I was terrified. Because I had a box of Cuban cigars, which I didn't mention, under my seat.
That was perfect.
It would have been great if he took them away because I never smoked those Cuban cigars, and I left them under the car for over 2 weeks. And when you know what happens to cigars in a car for 2 weeks, they become awful. And I had another friend who tried to revive them, by putting them in humidor at high humidity, on and on. It didn't work out very well for those cigars.
Man. Dang. That's too bad.
But, again, I was nice, but it goes, I paid the price for lying.
Oh, you're dead with an entire box of Cubans. Wow.
It was very expensive. It was an expensive lesson.
Indeed.
It was a very expensive lesson. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm so stupid. And my family were upset because they go, did you get the Cuban cigars? Yes, I did. Where are they? I don't know if you'd like them very much.
I've been absorbing foot carpet in my car for 2 weeks.
It was a bad situation. But again, this is just a long time ago. This was 20-something years ago.
Still, you should still be. I think you're still in penance for that.
Yeah, well.
But moral of the story is that they appreciated your honesty.
Oh yeah, it was the best thing is when I was honest to the border guard, and I mean honest, I was terrified because I knew I was wrong. Um,
No.
but again, I was the only one in the car too. So, but I've been searched a couple of times by the border. Usually it's the Canadian side though,
Ooh.
not the American side. Oh no, the American side did do it once, but I had two black eyes at the time, and all in black. And my friend was driving in a tie-dyed shirt. They looked at me and they looked at him and they said, "Which is your bag?" And then he showed him his bag and he goes, "What's the story with the guy in the back?" He says, "Well, he got into a fight, officer." He goes, "He's kind of small for a fight." He goes, "That's why he looks like he does." At which point, as my friend is going through his the bag, he goes, "You know what? You're fine. Just go." That was
When
a
I
weird
was when I was little, we were traveling. My sister and I were traveling with our grandparents in their motorhome, and we crossed the border. And our granny told us so we had to stay up on the bed, which is above the driver's seats, and she's like, "You be really really quiet." And to this day, I have no idea if we actually had to be quiet or if it was her fun game, right? Because on the one hand, we were crossing the border and our parents weren't there, right? It was just with our grandparents. So I don't know if they had any kind of written consent or anything.
Oh.
And I don't know if they cared about that back then. It was what, 1983? Did they give a shit? But yeah, anyway. But it was fun. And then we felt like we were, getting away with something.
That's funny because I remember crossing the border in 1989, and there was no one at the gate, and because this was this was Maine, and we were going to a research center over the border in the Bay of Fundy, and there was no one in the border gate. And the guy at the driving, he's sitting there going, "What do we do now?" And the person who's the tour guide said, "Beep your horn," and he beeps the horn, and the guy from the other, because the Canadian side guy comes running over to the American side, and lets us cross the border. Like, okay, sorry to bother you, go, without anything. I guess one guard was doing both Canadian and American side. This was '89. It was a funny situation. I'm not sure if that was even legal, but again, they were doing it.
Was it 2989?
1989.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I think I'm from the future coming back.
Oh, she corrected. 1985. Okay.
Funny.
I got hit on when I was coming from Jamaica. The dogs came right to me, and I had my Cuban cigars, and I'm like, "Fuck the Cuban cigars." But then luckily, it was like, "Oh, yeah, we were smoking, and sorry, we stink," and that we got through with the Cuban cigars.
Hey, I have a story that's a little bit of an offshoot, but you all know that now I like watching body cam videos. So they released this dog on this guy, and the dog goes to the guy, and the guy starts petting him, and then the dog sits down with the criminal that he's supposed to be sniffing out. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. The cop, who's reviewing this video, is like, "I have never seen this happen. This is ridiculous." And the dog's just sitting there getting petted. He's like, "Give me my dog back." He's like, "No, he likes me."
But that's part of it. When they sit, that's that they have a hit. You're
No,
not
this was
they get mad. They're like, "Don't play with the dogs."
I mean, the cop would have known what the hit was, and this was not it.
Okay.
I worked for a veterinarian, and one of the things the veterinarian would take care of a guard dog. And one of my jobs was I was low in the totem pole, and I was supposed to brush out the dogs. And I was not supposed to brush out this dog. So this dog is very aggressive. He's a guard dog, so dangerous. If he doesn't know you, he's got command. So I take him out of his cage, bring him over, put him on the thing, and I'm brushing him out. And then the vet walks in and goes, "What the hell are you doing up there?" And I'm like, I'm brushing him out like I'm supposed to. He goes, "How did you get him out of the cage?" I'm like, "Fine, I just let him out, put him up here." He goes, "You don't understand. no one's supposed to be touching that dog. You feed him, and take the thing out, and then we walk him to the gate, and you walk him back. He's not supposed to be up. How'd you get him up there? I'm like, he's a very friendly dog. And he goes, can you put him back? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Pick him up, put him back, and they close the door, and the vet walks over, and then the dog went nuts. "Arr, arr, 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 arr," and he's like, yeah, you don't touch that dog anymore. And I'm still saying I don't know what happened, but yeah, I think dogs just have a sense of certain people, or
maybe they try to keep him mean,
well,
desensitized to humans.
he's supposed to be an attack dog, for me, and I'm an idiot, and maybe the dog figured maybe this is supposed to happen. I don't know, but
Well, because drug dogs, they're literally addicted to that drug, right?
yes,
That's
yeah,
what it's about.
yeah. Dogs, pets, animals, who knows? It's always an adventure.
Levy has a question for you, Lucky.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let me put it up
I
here.
see Lovey
Put it on the
come in.
screen.
Could the moment be
Hi, Lovey.
pre-planned since forced global confinement? Could this moment be pre-planned since forced global confinement? I don't know. So you're saying, could we be influenced into our timeline?
It's a good question.
Yes and no. That's all I'm going to say. No, I believe that yes and no. I believe that they try to well, I think that's it is. We started this about the news, about the media and the government and the corporations, the advertisements, the media and the government. They try to influence us by putting ideas in our head. And with those influences and ideas, they influence our timeline that we choose by things. And so, but some of us have open minds that we decide, you know what, I'd rather go this way, and that influence is less of an impact, and maybe even no impact. But again, maybe a lot of us are influenced into the timeline they want us to be in. But that is a good question from Lovey. But I don't know where it went, so it's gone now. It's gone forever.
She rephrased it too later. Could this moment be selectively orchestrated? A selectively orchestrated timeline shift. I like that. That's just a pretty sentence.
Yeah, my ears, unfortunately, are always ringing.
Yeah, same.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
Lucia's got left side.
Oh, wow. I had some of that earlier today, but not right now.
Oh, and there's a Praying by Millie.
Yep.
I have sirens.
I had a military chopper before. I was like, oh, can you hear it? Anywho.
Yeah, it is sad. Karen Suki, she's talking about not knowing about drug dogs being addicted. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
intentionally making another animal be addicted to that stuff.
Yeah.
It is interesting, and I don't know if I touched this before. Could people that we lost previously, let's say, popped out of our lives, we forgot about them? Oh, I guess I answered my own question. Could they just pop back into our lives? And is that why we dream about them? Could they come back into our lives? But evidently, I've already answered that myself by my story, so I don't know.
Well, then you could look at it this way too. How pre-programmed are the lives we live? Are we going to all wake up in 2 years, or when this shift happens? Okay, say the shift happens tomorrow, or maybe it happens tonight. Are we going to us four? We're going to wake up in a room, or is there going to be a room full of 50 people or 30 that are here right now? And we're all going to sit up in our chairs and be like, wow, that was awesome. High fives all around and go get some lunch. Or maybe we're on our lunch break, or maybe we are some kind of thought group that's projecting ourselves into a simulation. All of us here right now. projecting ourselves into a simulation to have this specific experience or group of experiences. There's so many different ways to take this.
Yeah.
There are. And yeah, are we being influenced into what the right path is, but the right path for them rather for us?
See, I think when we step back and like look at our lives from the other side, it's all a rich tapestry. So I don't think that really anything is forced upon us in that way. I think we all agreed to it. And I mean, we look at it with these brains and go, well, that's impossible, right? We can't like orchestrate everything with every soul that we're going to meet in this lifetime, but we can. And I think we do. I think we just we can't wrap our brains around it, but that doesn't make it not so. You know what I mean?
And another thing to think about it too, think about how important your spiritual journey is to you. Mine is so very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
But then think about, well, the spiritual journey is what Trista signed up for, is to have it. So in the big scheme of things, you signed up to have it, and I signed up, and Millie signed up, and Lucky, and everyone in chat signed up to have this experience that we're having. But in the big scheme of things, it could be something we signed up to have. So in the really large scheme of things, it doesn't matter because it's an experience that we signed up to come have. It's like, oh, wow, because you think it's like the pinnacle. It might be the pinnacle of our 3D bodies and our spiritual bodies. However, when it comes down to our experience, it is just another piece of the pie. That when we come out of this experience, when we come out of this simulation, whatever this life is, that hey, it's an experience we had, and it may or may not have any impact on the next step.
This is interesting. I have one of my lines for the show that I didn't realize I wrote is, are you succumbing to the program they're trying to put you into for this timeline? Which goes back to, are we being influenced? Wow. I didn't even realize I wrote that. That's weird. What did me from the other timeline write this, and it popped into this timeline.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember writing that. And again, do you have the confidence to change your timeline dramatically? Okay. I don't know what I write sometimes. But it has a plus next to it, so it must have been good.
Oh, and don't forget about that $100 you owe me.
I don't know when we know anything anymore.
See?
I love it.
So I guess that's it. We've accomplished our 1 hour. I've gone all around. I have my notes. I'm not looking anymore. Maybe I can use it for another show in the future. This is a really good show. I think I even have more notes from things you guys have said that it's really triggered something.
I love that.
I love the thing. I think, how did politics help you today? How did your politics help you today? I love that line. And I'm going to use that for the future.
Yeah.
So
can I point out, we've got like 28 people in here, which is crazy. So like, if you haven't liked the channel, you should probably like the channel. Even though I like that we have 1, 2, 3, it would be, come back.
Yeah.
Oh, subscribe. Yes.
Yeah.
Trista, I don't think you should call them 28 crazy people, though.
No, I didn't say they were crazy. Not in a bad way, anyway.
let me say what I heard on an AI video just yesterday. I heard that if you really like this video, put the name, put the town you're from, and if you do, we'll give you a heart. I was like, would you? It was just
like a human heart or some other kind of animal or
heart emoji.
That's disappointing.
What's AI? Which I'm confused.
Artificial insemination.
You're watching an artificial intelligence video. Oh my God.
Oh,
Intelligence.
I thought you were joking, and I was
Me
like,
too.
what kind of weird joke is this, Lucky?
Just
Part of my mind, my autism ADHD is I don't get acronyms. I'm very bad at them, and it
Well,
just
that's
came out.
ironic.
OMG.
It just came out. It just came out.
WTF.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm good with NTR. I'm good with a lot of them, but again, sometimes my brain just. What does this mean? What is it? Oh my God! I lost AI. That's bad. Oh boy.
Yeah, but
So
well, is
when
it
I got
bad
up
or is it
earlier
good?
before we started the show, and I got up and I yelled BRB, did I confuse you?
I don't remember, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, you weren't even paying attention. All
I
right,
might have
I see
glanced
how
over.
it's.
I might have been writing up something. I might have been thinking about something else, which is also what happens to me. But wow, I had no idea what AI went. Oh my
You know
goodness.
what?
So
I
funny.
think that Lucky from the other timeline that went ahead and wrote those notes, that timeline has only organic intelligence. There is no AI, and maybe that's
Ooh.
why.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh boy.
hmm So,
Wow. I've never done that one before, but that's just happened. It has happened at work. I've been asked about acronyms. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, yeah, we do it all the time. You've talked about it. And I'm like, what is it? Just humor me. And wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. So we've come to a point of the show. Do you have anything to sum it up, Millie?
um, just go out and do things that are different, just to do them, and that's going to move you to your just flow with it. If I feel like I'm gonna get up today and I don't want to have coffee out of my coffee press because I decided that I want to go walk, into the center of town and try the new coffee shop, I'm gonna go try it, and I'm gonna go sit outside and have my coffee instead of sitting home and having my coffee. Just do little things, and you don't know how that could lead to something else. So just go with it. Just flow.
Beautiful. Victor.
I will quote the great T. Plana Hoff, the Vulcan philosopher. Nothing unreal exists.
Oh.
Trista.
Well, I don't know if I can top that, but I was going to say, I was going to say that every choice counts and every choice makes a difference. And if you feel that you choose wrong, you can just make a new choice the next time.
That's right.
Absolutely.
You know, when you break it down, your current moment is your truth. Whether deemed positive or negative, it's your truth. It is the truth in that moment.
Yeah.
That doesn't really sum anything up, but I think it just adds another layer. We end up
Because
doing that every time, don't we? It just gets deeper and deeper.
it does. But we're living in the now. So right now we're looking at it, we're like, whoa.
This we are in the now.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that you have, each of you who are listening to my words, have the power to train. Oh, man. See, then I just said it wrong. Okay. You have the power to change your timeline dramatically. Said it well the first
So it is.
Yes,
So it is.
You have the power to change your timeline dramatically, even though I messed up the first time I tried to say it.
Even though I saw your eyes shifting over there like you were cheating.
I was cheating. I was reading. Actually, I was trying to read it because it was one of my notes.
I thought you weren't supposed to look at your notes anymore. Maybe that's why you messed up. Because you're like, I'm not going to look at these anymore. And then you did.
Did I ever say that?
You did.
That was the other one from the other
Because
time.
you said you were going to save it for next time or something like that.
Oh, that was me, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was you.
I just said that a few minutes ago.
Unless Millie was throwing her voice and sounded like you, but
No, it was
I don't know.
me from the other timeline. The timeline switched. It was the other one. Yeah, darn you, changing my timeline, putting me in the wrong one. Okay. I'm done. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you, all 28 of you. Really appreciate you all.
Look at Karen's note, Lucky. See,
Yeah,
you do owe me $100.
It's a double.
I'll send you your 50, Karen.
Well, I was just gonna say, is she in the cut?
Awesome. Awesome.
I love it. Great topic.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, so next week maybe I'll be hosting or maybe not. I don't know.
She
But if
wants
I
it
do,
all.
What was that?
Karen wants it all.
there you go. There you go. Oh, she's a smart one, that Suki.
She is.
I love it.
No.
Awesome. You guys are awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Whew.
All right. So, yeah. So, Lucky, you want to take us on out of here?
Good night, everyone. I can't end it because I don't have the power to end it. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all. Go with God.
Mwah. Bye, guys. Have a great week. Love you
Namaste,
all.
my friends. Love you all.
Bye.
Thank you.